Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Two of my friends decided to clean up an area in our neighborhood that always has a lot of litter.
Spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people. Spread it across the country.
Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up.
Why did you want to clean this garbage up?
Well, I live right around the corner and I have to see this every single day and it's disgusting.
How do you feel about littering?
I don't see the point in it when you could bring it home and throw it out in the garbage. I mean, look at this, it's absolutely gross.
Like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So
We interviewed people on campus asking how they felt about recycling.
So do you recycle?
Absolutely.
Do you recycle cans and paper, or?
Cans and paper. I don't recycle glass because that's a waste of our energy because we have so much zinc in the environment that it's actually more energy inefficient to recycle glass.
Do you feel that recycling is very important to the environment?
Absolutely, recycling is important to the environment.
So how many years does it take for a plastic bottle to decompose in like a landfill?
I don't know if it can, honestly. I don't think it can. Plastic.
What are some ways students can help improve the environment?
Take advantage of the food bins all over campus. They're there for a reason. Use less. Use less plastic and reuse paper. Like, it's really not that hard. Like, if you find something that you think can be reusable, it's more than likely that it can be. Just make sure that the plastic is safe on it.
Do you actively recycle?
Yeah.
Why do you choose to?
Just because it's so easy on campus, and even at our house, like we have recycling pickup, so it's just easy.
Do you think the campus does a good job promoting recycling, or they could do a better job? Any suggestions?
I think they do a pretty good job. Just I don't know, make it more obvious, because I think even like in the New Connecticut Cafe, like they have the colored bins, but no one's going to take time to read out the little words on it. So they just put like a big sign, like paper on it, or something like that, to make it more easy for students as they walk by.
Are you an active recycler outside of your job? Or?
Yes, I recycle at home too.
Do you know how many years it takes a plastic bottle to decompose?
A long time.
So do you actively recycle?
Yes.
Why do you choose to?
It's a good way to kind of make sure that they go to like huge dumps and kind of recycle and kind of help out the environment.
Does your family recycle?
Yeah. We got food recycling at home, so.
Very nice. What about your friends or your roommates?
Yeah, they usually do.
Good.
Do you guys recycle?
Yeah.
What do you do with all your school papers? Do you recycle those too, or you just kind of toss them out?
I recycle them.
Do you guys think recycling's important for the environment?
It is.
Do you promote it? Like, do you try to have your friends recycle as well, or?
Yeah, I always yell at my friends, when they're throwing something out. I'm like, go recycle it! Saves the world.
So needless to say, they're not nearly as adamant about recycling as they could be.
Well, yeah, it depends. Some of my friends, yeah, but most people kind of just ignore it. But I live in a dorm, and I'm an RA, so I try and get everybody to recycle. But in my dorm, we only recycle paper. We don't really recycle any plastics. We have in our trash room specific receptacles for like plastic and paper and stuff like that, but a lot of people don't know on this campus that you can recycle plastics 1 through 7.
Tell you guys what we've been waiting on.
Waiting on the world to change.
Yeah.
We keep on waiting
so long.
Waiting on the world to change.
That's right. It's not that we don't care.
Just know
I feel you, John.
so we keep on waiting.
Let me say something.
Waiting on the world to change.
Yo, yeah, they say we got no motives, just pot smoking dopes with no hope for us to grow into grown-ups. But I plan to show them that I know it when I'm not smoking weed. I have reason to believe there are people that are decent, achieve to succeed.
They read to decrease the ignorant significance in cutting down the trees. Recycling recyclables that help break the cycle of what's rightfully destroying our world. I wanna tell the boys and girls the future of our earth. We're hurting the world with every second that we burn. Unlearning what we learned at birth to be a good person. Respect is what we deserve, but first we must earn it. And in this earnest we turn things around. Put a hand out and pull it off the ground. Until then we can all do the same.
We decided to interview Mandy Vasile, an avid recycler and member of the Brockport College Ecos Club.
Well, my name is Mandy Vasile, and I am one of the leaders of the Greenhouse LLC in Thompson Hall, which is a freshman building on campus. And being a part of that, you have to talk about the consciousness of the environment that people need to start embracing and why recycling is so important. We do a lot of programs based on the importance of the earth and reduce, reusing, and recycling products, because this is a finite planet, and if we don't start to reuse all the sources that we have, we're going to run out, and then our entire ecological system will be thrown off. An example of this is even overfishing. There's so much like overfishing and everything happening that it's predicted that in 50 years we're not going to have any more fish, and that's going to destroy our ecology.
I love fish.
You know, I love fish too. A lot of other things that are happening are like the use of plastic. Like there's so many chemicals in plastic that people aren't even aware of, like PET is in plastics 1 through 4. And if you have like anything heated in that kind of plastic, the BEP siphons into the liquid that you're drinking, and you're basically drinking the plastic, and people aren't even aware of that. So instead of using like things like that, like bottles of water that are such a low plastic, people should start using like reusable ones, like canteens, or like plastics that are 5 and up are okay, like the reusable coffee mugs that you can get at Walmart. And it's important to also, if you're going to buy stuff like that, to actually make sure that it's made out of recycled material, because then we're not using anything new anyways.
What are some things Thompson Hall, like you guys are doing to promote recycling?
Well, the other greenhouse leader, Ricky, is in charge of Recycle Mania, which takes place on campus, and that promotes everybody to recycle throughout all the buildings. We also host a lot of programs, like we had a Recycling 101 program that taught people about the different numbers on recycling containers and how to do it properly and why it's important. We also do like a lot of programs like discussing like what we can do to better the environment. And a lot of us are members of the Ecos Club, which is on campus, and that club, we come up with activities and we go through with a lot of them. Like within the next year, we're going to try to have plastic bag recycling on campus, because you can only take the plastic bags to like Wegmans or Walmart. But actually have it on campus will make people more conscious of that, which will make a huge difference. We also have like stickers that we're purchasing that like show people what can go in each container, because a lot of people just assume that plastic bottles can go in the bin recycling bins, when in reality the plastic containers that you get for anything like your salads or KFC meals or anything can go into those, because Monroe County recycles plastics 1 through 7.
Next is a YouTube clip of Ricky Lascalzo, the president of the Ecos Club here on campus. He is raising awareness and also giving Brockport students ways to become more involved in recycling.
Listen up, Brockport. Do you just throw away everything after your meal? Have you considered that what you're throwing away could be recycled? Over 75% of the materials inside the garbage can actually be recycled. So now it's time to put those items to good use. Did you know that plastics 1 through 7 can be recycled on campus? It's a move for the college to go green and improve our environment. You're probably wondering what plastics are number 1 through 7. If you turn your plastic container over, you'll see a number in the recycle logo. That number is the number of plastic your item is. These items can range from yogurt cups, salad containers, pasta bowls, and even water bottles. Don't just throw away that old pizza box. Take action and recycle it. Make sure your container is relatively clean. Don't leave large chunks of food lying in there and drop it in a bin. The more you recycle, the better it is for the environment. Want to know more information? Check out this website. We could talk about recycling all day, but if we want to make a change and save the world, it all starts with you. Be a role model. Set an example. Do what's right for you and the environment. Recycle.
It smells like tea.
If you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground. Carry on.